10. But it is our 30th episode. Josie's been with me since the beginning, and welcome to Healthy Living with Marilyn. We are so glad that you could join us this evening at 8 o'clock. We are live. We simulcast from my YouTube channel, which is Healthy Living with Marilyn Living, and my Facebook page. So send your emojis to my Facebook page. I will not be able to answer any of your Facebook comments. However, I promise I will answer them after the show, or sometimes Michael, if he catches them, he'll answer them for me. He normally just says hello or whatever, but that's fine, but I will answer them in more detail later. So please, feel free. We would love to see the emojis. I'd love to see the comments. I would love to see a lot of views. What we do here is help enlighten you and educate you about different healthy living aspects of life. Right, Joe?
Absolutely. And the mind is a great way to get healthy.
Right. So and keeping your mindset. Keeping your mindset. That's what I'm working on right now, is my mindset, because...
healthy mind, healthy body.
That's right. Healthy mind, healthy body. So Josie Hopkins has been with me since the beginning of time, like I said. She is my right-hand gal, and if you saw some of our clips just before the show, we were having a little bit of technical difficulty because Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook was not behaving themselves, but we finally got it right, and it was very interesting, wasn't it, Joes?
Yeah, all kind of little giffies all over the page.
I know. So, but I welcome you all. I welcome all of you, every single one of you, to my show tonight, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in. I know you could be doing something else, but I appreciate you tuning in. But you chose us. You chose us. And what we are going to be talking tonight about is journey to success. But it's not my success. It's not Josie's success. It is the success of grades 6 through 12. And my guest tonight, Lori Anderson, and her... It's like her co-host, but her VP, probably her right-hand gal too, LaTanya Campbell, are here. And Lori has started a nonprofit organization called Paths to Opportunity. And what that does is it helps guide people's grades 6 through 12 on a career path, right?
That's
right,
correct.
Lori? So why did you start this?
I chose this organization because I wanted to help the youth succeed. I have a passion to help the youth get to their future and put them on a path that way. So I chose 6th through 12th grade because I felt 6th graders were more moldable, and we can get them on a path at an early age, which will set them up for success instead of starting them in the 10th grade. Put them on a path at an early age.
And get them rocking and rolling before they get out of high school and don't know what they want to do.
That's correct.
That's such a crucial time because their minds are still moldable.
Yeah, they're still like sponges. I'd like to think so.
They kind of sort of still listen to adults.
Exactly. Sometimes they do. They think some of them are at the age, and I know you all know this out there who have children or grandchildren, they think they know everything.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I know they've been here before, but they could reserve some of that information.
Right. And they think they know everything, and sometimes they don't want to be around mom and dad. I had that happen with my daughter. When we would go to the mall, she'd say, "Mom, can you walk on the other side of the mall?" That's what she would say. So I don't want to, I know you're my mom and I love you, but I don't want to pretend that I know you.
I know. I remember picking my daughter up from a football game, and she asked me to go park somewhere else, and they would walk to the car. I'm like, well, how do you think you're going to get home? You don't have a car.
Right. So, things like that happen. And so, LaTanya, how did you get involved in working with Lori?
Lori and I were previous co-workers together. Both of us had a passion in giving back to the community, and we had a conversation, and I was referred to her from another person that I work with in the community, and have helped other nonprofit agencies move forward in trying to navigate what they want to do. So when Lori and I had the conversation, it was on a path for me to be able to give back. Our youth are in a critical stage in middle and high school, and this program here is one that would be able to help our youth to figure out what they want to do, not always be in the passenger seat and someone telling them what they need to do, but pretty much giving them some type of guideline to say, what is it that you want to do with your life? We have a plethora of opportunities available to you. And if this is something that you truly want to do, how can we, as past the opportunity, the organization help you to get to the next level. And that's what we want to do. Help these youth to be in the driver's seat, not wait until they're in high school, in a junior or a senior, trying to figure out at that point. A lot of times our youth get to that point, and then it's more so of what the parents want them to do in going to college. Not all children are college material. So we have some youth that want to be more on the technical side, maybe, take an avenue of doing something with HVAC and getting a certification in that. And we want to be able to provide those resources to the youth in the community to be able to say, we have this person, get them up close and personal with someone that's in that field, to kind of see if that's really what they want to do. So that's the reason that I partnered with Lori to be able to do that.
That's great. Now, Lori, you have several steps. You have several programs, like you have one for 6th grade. Yes. Can you explain them to my viewers?
Sure. The program is broken out in 3 phases. It's Explorers, which is the middle school, 6th through 8th. The Navigators, which are the 9th through 12th. And the Voyagers, 9th through 11th, and the Voyagers, which are the 12th graders. The Explorers, they are just what they are. They are exploring career options at a middle school age. We will assess them personality-wise, find out what jobs fits best for them per their personality assessment, and we'll take them on a exploration of different career options, maybe 3 or 4, to find out what they want to be, and then start letting them do a little volunteer work. In the 9th grade, they should have been honed in on exactly what they want to be and who they want to be in the future. So we'll take them on a path strictly in that area. If they want to be a nurse, then we'll start focusing on nursing. We'll continue to have workshops for them based on nursing steps. We'll have speakers to come in. At that age, they're ready to start doing get a work permit. They can start getting summer jobs, internships, even over into apprenticeship, depend on what type of role it is. If it's a skilled trade job or if it's a college skill job, we'll set them up for success there. And then the 12th graders are Voyagers. If they stay in the program long enough, and or if they come in at a later stage, we will bring them up to par for that Voyager step, and then they have been through the program. They know exactly what they want to be. Now they're ready for life. They're ready to either go into college, or they're ready to take a skilled trade job, or they're ready to do an apprenticeship program that will set them up for the future of their choice.
That's great. Now, do you help them with their SATs?
Yes, SAT prep will be a part of the program for those who are getting ready for college. We have a college readiness tool assessment that we'll work with them there, and we also have a workforce readiness tool to set them up for successful work, because nobody really tells you the things to equip you on a job. No one tells you that you have to be a team player. No one tells you that you have to be assertive and all of these different things. That's learned behavior once you get on the job. But if we teach them at an early age, then they'll be prepared when they get on the job. It won't be anything that's new to them. They'll know what it takes to succeed, and then they will be successful in their roles.
Right.
So a question, where do you find the students, and how do you find them?
I've been reaching out to I reached out to the rural areas outside of the city of Richmond, like the counties that are rural, because we don't have anything in those areas. So I've been going to the school systems in the rural areas of Richmond, like Hanover, Caroline, Louisa, the Goochland areas, and trying to find programs for the rural, because the city of Richmond have some programs, but the rural areas don't. After the Y, we don't have anything out there for our youth. And 9 times out of 10, we work in the city of Richmond. By the time we come back to the rural area, we don't want to go back to the city of Richmond to take our children to programs. So if we have something that's out in that area, our kids will be equipped to move forward with their careers and taught how to move forward with their careers. But I have been targeting this local schools in those areas, and I'm working with trying to see how I can get the program in the local schools.
So do you go into the schools, or do you have a standalone building, or do you work with them in community centers?
No standalone building as of yet. I've been trying to work with them in the schools, but what I've been having is workshops, and I've been having those at local areas, and they've been sponsored by different businesses. I've had a nursing workshop, which I held at the local library, and students came in for that. I had a exploration into entrepreneurship for those who are interested in opening their own business. We want to introduce them to entrepreneurship at an early age, because we will still need people that own their own businesses. We also have one that's coming up next week, which is an exploration into the military for those who want to serve their country. So JRTC students and things of that sort, to show them how they can make a career and a future out of the military. So I've been using the libraries, and some of the companies let me use their facility to have the program.
Now, you have some skill building traits that you talk to your students about. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
Certainly. We have the college readiness tools that will help them prepare for college and the different steps that it takes to be a successful college student. We have the workforce readiness tools, as I spoke a few minutes ago, how to prepare yourself on a job, how to be a team player, how to be assertive, just things that you need to know on a day-to-day inside of a workplace, how to succeed. And then we also have the soft skills, because a lot of times that's learned behavior, I feel, and we need to teach them, self-esteem, self-awareness. A lot of those tools will help them build their character to realize that they can do whatever they want to do. But, some students have, some of us, even as adults, we have low self-esteem, and then we're afraid to make that step. But if we start building those soft skills up at an early age, it will help them be more successful and more willing to step out and do some things in the future.
Yeah, and it'll help them realize that they can step out the box, because there is no box. So,
and I like the earliness of it, because oftentimes by the time children are in high school, their minds are so focused on other things that they're not thinking about, let me get myself ready for school. They're trying to assimilate into high school, into social, the social network and things like that. So I like the idea of starting young. That's so important.
Yeah, and I feel like I came into it at a really good time, but kind of a sticky time, because in the state of Virginia now, it's required that students have both an academic path and a career path. So we know that it's needed. We know that they're pushing forward with this for the future. So it's a great time for Paths to Opportunity to offer this program. However, the school systems are also working on trying to have these programs in place as well. So it's kind of, like I say, a great opportunity and a great time, but a little bit of a sticky time as well.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people looking for jobs, and one thing that I want to say, I have some new partners and I'm so excited about this. Angela Lawrence and Owen Lawrence, who were on my show last week, who have a company called All Nurses Care, are partnering with me, and I went down and met with them today, and they told me one thing that they wanted me to say is they're looking for people to hire.
Okay.
So if you are out there and you are a certified nursing assistant, or a CNA, or a personal care aide, which is a PCA, and I think they teach that class down there, or if you're an RN, they will do assessments. So they're looking for people to hire. And if you feel that your mom or dad needs care, or you have somebody who who is debilitated, or God forbid has been in an accident, I mean, it could happen to any of us. We can be out of work,
and even after surgery. I mean, because I referred their information to my friend who just came home from the hospital.
That's great. That's great. So they're looking to hire people. So if you are in the healthcare field, if you are a nurse and you want to get back in the healthcare field, or you want to switch and get out of, if you're working at the hospital and you want to get into working private duty or doing assessments, give them a call.
24/7.
24/7. Yes, they're available 24/7, and it's allnursescareinc.com, and you can get in touch with them on their website.
You got their phone number down?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
There you go.
Josie, this is why I have Josie, because Josie keeps me so focused. When I have this blip, she fixes the blip for me, Their office number is 804-559-0322. It's 804 559-0322. They're down in Mechanicsville. I went to their office today. Their office is beautiful.
Yeah, I saw it on the webpage.
Absolutely gorgeous.
But the great thing is that they also work in areas beyond Richmond.
Yes, they work in rural areas too.
So even as far as Williamsburg, that they've got people because they have caregivers in those areas, so they don't have to travel to those areas.
Yeah, and as far as Powhatan and you know the remote areas outside of Richmond, they will help. They have people out there too that are caregivers. So if you are looking for a job, they are looking for you. Okay.
And who else we got, Marilyn?
Well, Lisa, you know, my friend Lisa Hazelgrove, I got in contact with her today. She's going to be at Mind, Body, Spirit Fair on Saturday, November 11th. That's this Saturday. Starting at noon at Archstone Counseling at 1007 Peachtree Boulevard. She's going to be demonstrating her Nikin solutions and her emotion code. And then on Sunday, she's going to have a heal meeting down at Residence Float and Sound, which is on 1312 Sycamore Square in Midlothian, off of Midlothian Turnpike. And she is going to be, they're going to be talking about culinary medicine and how foods help us heal. And Laurel Herman is going to be the host, and she's going to be doing some awesome cooking. So that starts at 2 o'clock. So if you have any questions, you can catch her on her website at lisahealthy.com, or you can call her at 804-539-3251. That's 804-539-3251. So give Lisa a call or look on her website, and it's going to be a fun weekend. It's going to be a fun weekend. So if you're want to know more about culinary foods and the foods that can help you heal, because there are foods really the source. That's right, that's the source. And I'll tell you, last night, I got into the ginger kick. I was eating a lot of ginger. It
good
really
for the tummy.
Well, I didn't have a stomach ache.
But it's good for the tummy anytime.
It is good for the tummy anytime. But I ate so much that I wound up detoxing. So I felt a whole lot better today, but I spent a lot of time last night in the bathroom. So if you're going
TMI.
I know it's TMI. But you know something, Josie, that happens to people. That happens to people,
You gotta go. You gotta go.
If you gotta
let
go,
it
you
out.
gotta go.
Don't keep it in.
That's right. So, and it's a great way to detox.
Yes.
It was a healthy way to detox, and I wasn't drinking any tea or anything. So ginger, if you want to detox, if you really need to detox and get some toxins out of your system, you know, you might want to try a little ginger. So, or a little bit more than a little ginger.
A little lemon.
Right. So that's just, you know, some hints good hints and natural hints that we give to my viewers, all of you who are my viewers, and I'm so glad that you're here. And
I saw you have another new business card there too.
Oh yeah, I got some new ones.
You got Joiner Fine Properties?
Yeah, I do. Allison Aldrich, if you're looking for a new house, or you're going to sell a house, you know,
or a second house,
or a second house. Allison Aldrich. I hope you're watching tonight, Allison. She's with Joiner Fine Properties, and she just started. So she got her degree last spring. And yeah, she got her degree in real estate and something else. I didn't think you could get a degree in real estate. That might have been her minor. I know you can. You can get a degree in, you know,
in YouTubing.
Yeah. All you gotta do is go to YouTube University, right?
That's right.
That's what my son says. Just go to YouTube University, Mom. You can find anything on YouTube University. So, but Allison is an up and coming realtor. She's a young gal. She's very vivacious. She's got a lot of energy, and her phone number is, she's got a mobile phone, 571-288-1766. So give her a call. If you are looking to sell a house, buy a house in the market, want to talk about real estate, give Allison a call. Or you can touch base with her at allison.aldridge. That's ALLISON.ALDRICH at joinerfp.com. So I'll talk about the others later because we've just done 7 minutes of advertising. Yeah.
But that's a really great thing, is that people that come to see this YouTube Healthy Living with Marilyn living, you don't just get the healthy information, you get life information.
Right.
So it's about your lifestyle.
It's like living 101.
Yes. All aspects of your life.
In fact, a week from tomorrow, I'm giving a talk at, I'm on the dais of, I'm one of 6 people on the dais, and I'm going to be talking about Natural Health 101. And it'll be a networking event. It's called Network Dr. RVA. So if you want any of that information, go to Network Dr. RVA. Just Google Network Dr. RVA.
And is that DR or DOCTOR?
No, it's DOCTOR. RVA. Okay. And Gloria Pimenta is the facilitator of that, and Peter Larson. So I'm going to be on the dais next Friday on the 17th. It's from 11:30. It's from 11:30 to 1 at Cobb Technology over on
Staples Mill.
No, not Staples Mill. Over off of Brook Road.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want that information, just email me at toppriorityllc@gmail, and I'll send it to you, or text me at 804-350-0034. And I will be talking, and Lori will be there, and that's how I met Lori. And it is a great networking event.
Yes, it is.
It's every other week, and I like it because it's not gender specific, which is good. There's guys there, there's women there, and it's a great networking event, and you always learn something. Always learn something.
And that's on Thursday?
No, it's Friday. It's Friday. It's every other Friday.
Put that on my calendar.
Yeah, it's every other Friday at 11:30, and you get lunch. They feed you.
I'll be there.
Feed you. Yes, they feed you.
Yes, they do.
And that's way cool, because you can go and have lunch. And
lunch and learn.
Lunch and learn. That's the way to do it. So, I see here, getting back to Lori here, I see that you have self-advocacy. Do you have a self-advocacy group that goes in and talks to people? Do you have anybody that's going in to talk to these?
So yes, what I do is I have persons come in and speak around those different topics to give them, like that's where the workshops come in and the seminars come in, and we'll have persons to come in and speak to them around, self-awareness, self-advocacy, and all of those different things. We'll have someone to come in and speak to them, because I don't want to just stand up myself and speak to them. I want them to get it from someone who has those tools and bring the meat to them, because that's what the key is for the youth today. They need to feel it, they need to hear it, they need to touch it, they need to absorb it. And I feel like bringing the professionals in will be more marketable.
Yeah.
How do you define self-advocacy?
It's to be an advocate of your own self. What you believe in.
Your values, your morals, what you stand for, things that are going to make you, when you go about your regular day, it's something that you pride yourself in doing. And the workshops that we've provided, although our focus is on the rural areas, Caroline, Louisa, Hanover areas, it is not just limited to the youth that are in those areas. No. If there are youth that are in the city of Richmond, Henrico, Petersburg, anywhere in the Tri-City, we welcome them to come in.
Right.
The previous workshops that we had a nursing workshop where we partnered with Extraordinary Home Care, and we had the director come in, and she brought some other professionals to come in to talk to our youth about if they were interested in going into a field in nursing. And with them going into that field with nursing, there were representation there from a traveling nurse, someone that worked in the emergency room, a respiratory therapist, different aspects of the nursing business. But when we went to the career exploration for entrepreneurship, we partnered with Dominique Costanza, and he talked about the importance about helping small businesses. And we had a young guy come in that had a business that could relate to our youth. He was 23 years old. He could connect with them on all levels because he was closer in age to them. And you want to get those people in there that could relate to the youth. Now, our upcoming workshop, all of the workshops we've offered are free. We welcome the youth to come, bring their friends, bring their parents, so their parents can see what we're actually doing, because, we're just starting out, and most of the times businesses, you hear about them by word of mouth. Just like we are going to be sharing Healthy Living with Marilyn, on our page to help to promote your business. But the thing is that we want those people to come in to feel comfortable enough to get up close and personal where they can ask those questions that they may not be able to ask in a large setting, and they feel comfortable doing that. We had someone that came in that talked about, the importance of staying in school, getting your education and graduating.
That is so important. That is so important. And I just hope that you are talking to your children, your grandchildren, your friends' children, to motivate them, to make them realize that they are great. They are full of greatness, and they should be grateful for what they have, because they can move on to bigger and better avenues.
Definitely.
And take your SATs and
PSATs.
and PS, whatever they have to take to get you to the next step. And like you said, there's a lot of people who are not college material. They're hands-on learners. They would rather go work on a vehicle. Well, we need people to work on vehicles. Or they would rather go work on being a plumber or an electrician.
All areas of
All
life
areas of those avenues, need to have people come in, because the people that are working in there, they're going to get old. So we need the new group of people.
Apprentices.
And we need people that are young, because your children and grandchildren are our future.
Correct.
Okay? I might feel 30, but I'm not 30. Okay? And you're the youth of our world, of the United States, they're our future.
Yes.
And if we can't get them rocking and rolling, we got issues.
Yeah,
Yes,
we just don't want to have any child feel like they don't have the resources available to them to help them. And we don't want to leave anybody behind.
Right.
So we want to provide that avenue for these youth, the children, to come to be able to just see if this is something that they want to do, if that's a field that they want to go in. And we just want to provide them with a toolkit that's going to help them, whether they're in middle school, high school, or even come back and pay it forward to another youth by sharing their experience on what they did to get to that next step.
So how does someone refer a student to you, and where will your next workshop be?
My next workshop will be at the Athlete Library, and that is the military workshop. Again, that is a free workshop.
And when is it?
That is going to be on the 18th.
November 18th.
Okay.
Next Saturday.
Yes, next Saturday.
November.
And it is free. Parents can come.
What is the address of the Atlee? Do you know it?
I think it's 90...
I can't think of it.
But they can Google
They can Google,
Library.
the
Atlee
Library.
Library. And what time is it?
It's from 10 to 12.
10 to 12.
Yes, we provide breakfast snacks for them.
Wow.
We provide gift bags for them, and we provide knowledge on that career. So I will have 4 lines of the military there. So Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. We have recruiters there speaking to them. And what I wanted from this is for those that are interested in a military career that wants to serve their country. They'll give them information on how to make a career in that armed force or in that
because
force.
People who have gone into the service, my uncle was a lifer. My husband, he was drafted during the Army. He was drafted during Vietnam, but he managed to stay out of Vietnam, thank goodness. But my uncle was a lifer. And he was in the Air Force for over 20 years, way over 20 years. And he was a tech sergeant, and he worked on machinery. He worked on aircrafts, and he worked on vehicles and Jeeps, and he was a hands-on guy. He didn't go to college. So he yes, and I see you.
So how do they register for that workshop?
They can register on my webpage.
And your webpage is?
My webpage is pathstoopportunity.org, www.pathstoopportunity.org.
And paths is the number 2, opportunity.org.
That's correct. And we put it on Facebook, on my Facebook page, and word of mouth. I have my daughter out at school hustling her friends.
So you said that it's open to everybody, but is there a limited number of people that you can receive with registration, or can people just show up on that day of?
They can show up the day of the workshop. We would like for them, it would help us to be able to know the count of how many youth will be in attendance on that date. We do have an Eventbrite set up with the opportunity available for, it says career workshop for military. It's free on there. You just click and add your email address on there. On the Facebook page, you can also go on there. You can send a message to info@paths2opportunity.org if you're interested in that. On the website as well, you can leave a message on there to provide that information.
So, how do they get to the Eventbrite? Do they just go to eventbrite.com?
You can click on the link is there.
And what's your Facebook page? How can they go to your Facebook page?
The Facebook page is Paths to Opportunity. You just type it in. The Facebook page will come up. On there is a invite that's listed on there. They can click on there. It would give them the instructions. Also has the link for the Eventbrite on there for them to be able to register. So if they go to the website, they can get there. The information is there. If they go to the Facebook page, it's also there as well. Or they can send an email.
Okay, so it's always paths2, the number 2, opportunity.org.
Definitely.
Okay, so if you know of somebody who wants to try looking into the military and they are in high school and they come to you and say, I really don't know what I want to do when I grow up.
Yeah, I was going to say, even if they don't know if they want to go into the military, I think the opportunity to
go scope it out
different
and
careers
check
and
it
different
out.
opportunities.
I think it's
better to
important.
have more information and be able to select than to have limited information.
I think it's really important to check out other career opportunities, especially if they're offered. You get some snacks, you get a goodie bag, you get to meet a lot of different people, you get to meet people in the service. You might not want to go into the service, but it gives you an opportunity to decide. It gives you more choices.
Yes.
And we all
Plus, we know
choices.
as adults, we don't want to be locked into one thing. So the more information they get as young people, if they start off into a career and they figure this is not for me, but I remember I went to this other workshop and that seemed really interesting, give them that opportunity to experience multiple things.
That is the purpose of the workshop, to give them all the tools they need inside of whatever different career choices. Take you on a path. Something might strike someone at that military workshop that might not even known that they wanted to be in the military. That's why we open it up to any and every child.
So say somebody wants to go to college.
Yes.
And they want to major in engineering.
Yes.
And they come to you, Lori, and they say, Miss Anderson, I want to go to college. I want to major in engineering. Do you have some schools that you think would be good for me to look at?
Yes.
What would you say?
First of all, I would say let's assess you personality wise to find out if engineering is for you. Right. Because you gotta be engineering have to be for you. If you're not good in math, either we gotta prep you and get you prepared for math, or you got to realize that that's not what's good for you.
That's why I'm not an engineer. Because I don't do math. But I can relate to that.
So then at that point, we will, if engineering is for them, we will take them on a path. We'll get them connected with different things that they can feel, different businesses, let them come in, possibly shadow. And then we'll start doing college visits that has engineering fields in it for them to get a taste and touch and see if this is somewhere that they want to go. Because that's one thing that we do not want. We don't want the youth hopping and jumping from one college to the next. We want to make sure that they're set up with the right career path, the right interests, and the right school if they want to go to college, or the right trade if that's what they want. So that's what.
Do you do college referrals for out-of-state universities as well as in-state?
Well, we have not yet because we haven't gotten to that point, but we will be.
Okay.
So one of the things we plan to do soon with the youth as we get the juniors and seniors, as they start to figure out if they're going to college, we want to do a Ride for Knowledge. Pretty much is allowing the children to come on a experience with us as we go to tour some colleges that may be on their list of colleges
that they want to go to.
If they're going to specialize, like she said, in engineering or, nursing or business school, we want to be able to partner with those schools to bring these youth here on the day that they have the student orientation, to allow these kids to come in, tour the college, get the goodies, but hear from those professors that are in that school of business, school of engineering, school of nursing, to be able to talk with the children up front and say, this is what we have, this is what we offer, and then allow them to make their decision, as Lori stated, with partnering with our assessment to making sure that this is the right fit for the youth.
I remember when I was traveling around when my girls were going to go to college. Now, my son didn't go to college till he was 24, but my girls went to college right out of high school. And my youngest, who was kind enough to come over today, and I spent some time with her and my little Isaac. So, Christy, I hope you're watching. I had a great time today. Thank you. When she was a senior in high school, she never stepped foot in her high school class in this building at all. She went a whole year at a community college, and when she graduated from high school, she had 29 college credits.
And that's one of the great things that the schools do offer.
Right, that is one of the great things that they do.
Junior college.
If you can do that. So she went to a 2-year associate degree, and she graduated. When she graduated from high school, she had 29 college credits. So when she went to JMU, she went in as a sophomore.
I didn't know she went to JMU. My daughter's master's is from
she went to JMU. Christy went to JMU. She got her bachelor's degree in psychology, and then she went to Eastern Mennonite University and got her master's in counseling. So, but that's what she did. And when she went to JMU, she went for 3 years. And I find that, and my son went to college when he started, when he was 24. He was going to a community college near where I lived out in Harrisonburg with my two younger children, and they're not children anymore, they're all adults, but and they weren't children, they're all my babies. I know. But he went a few years there, and when he got his associate, he took a transfer program, so he had the opportunity to transfer to JMU or to VCU, and he went to VCU. And I found that, friends, if you're want your child to go to college, and your child really wants to go to college, but some colleges, the 4-year colleges, are a little bit more expensive, you might want to put them in the associate program and put them in a community college, because then they can get all the basics. They can get their core classes, their GREs, or whatever they call them. Different schools call them different things. I call them the yaya classes, because you got to take them anyhow. You got to take them anyway. And then when you go to the 4-year university, you're there for 2 years, and it's more economical.
Yes.
In my
opinion.
Plus,
they will have already developed some study skills.
Right.
And being immersed in a 4-year program.
That's right.
Isn't as, stark and, striking for them.
Right.
And there's some advantages for community colleges. I know sometimes we try to push our children to go to the 4-year college starting from the beginning until the end that they graduate. But as your son did with the community college, some of the community colleges partner with major colleges like VCU or JMU, where if you're in this program for the 2 years, you complete that. When you get ready to enroll in that, it's an automatic admittance. It's not where you have to request to be admitted into the school. They automatically take you over, and then all of your credits will transfer over, versus you having to come back, go to the 4-year and take these classes over, because they're not transferable.
Right.
We want to make sure that we educate the parents as well as the student as they're doing that just because they're not following little Johnny to this school, that this may be advantageous for you. And that's why this workshop coming up next weekend is going to be good, because the military does offer, college benefits, and they may be able to explore and go to training during the summer and still be able to be enrolled in college in the fall, but also have that college paid for, which would alleviate some costs for the parents.
Right,
Exactly.
right. And it helps motivate them. And speaking of motivating, I have been motivated to get a personal trainer because we've been talking about my intent about getting healthy and losing weight. I am getting healthy and I am losing weight, but I have employed a personal trainer, and her name is Aubrey Eicher, and she owns Richmond Wellness. She was on my show a couple weeks ago with Josie. And she is a personal trainer. She's down on Robinson, 8 North Robinson Street, I think it is, or Avenue. Avenue. And she has a company called Richmond Wellness, and she has really kept me motivated. I went to a yoga class this week, all by myself. I signed up for a yoga class and went. It was awesome. I'm eating better. I'm being more mindful of what I'm putting in my mouth. I'm off the seafood and eat it plan, which I was on for quite a while. and it wasn't eating seafood. It was I saw food and I ate it. Okay? So Aubrey has really been helping me. And by the way, this weekend on Saturday, downtown, and I don't know where it starts, is the Richmond Marathon.
Yes.
And Aubrey and her boyfriend Brian are going to be running that. And my daughter, Tiffany, is going to be running the half marathon. And
that's amazing.
Isn't that amazing? And she's been training. She's been getting up like 5 o'clock, 4:30 every morning.
Aubrey said she was getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, in the morning. And they go out and they put their flashlight on their head or whatever, and they just go run. And my daughter's been doing that, and she has 2 children, and she gets them. Yes, and she's been very motivated.
You have to be committed to your own health. You know, other people can suggest and encourage, but until you take the steps yourself, you've got to want to do it.
But I needed some extra motivation because I couldn't.
But you had to want to do it.
Yes.
You know,
but it's also in the mindset.
Right.
You've got to have the mindset, friends. If you don't have the mindset, it's not going to work with whatever you do. Whatever you do, you need the mindset. So if you're in a position like I was and need to get motivated, you can call her at 804-367-3589. Her company is Richmond Wellness, and you can email her at Aubrey, AUBREY, at richmond-wellness.com. And she has been wonderful. She's a young gal. All my kids are older than her. But she's motivating. She inspires me. She keeps me going. And she checks up on me several times a week. And so she is also one of our new partners, so I'm very happy about that. And today we ate at a place called Sen Organics over on Cary Street. It was awesome. I got to take you there. It was wonderful.
S-I-N Organics?
S-E-N.
Okay, S-E-N.
Organics.
Okay.
And it's a green building down on Cary Street, and we'll have to go. It's great food, great food. So she is willing to help anybody stay healthy. And as you know, Healthy Living with Marilyn, I want to stay healthy. I desire to stay healthy.
And you will.
And I will. And I'm motivated enough. And I got off the gerbil wheel. It's hard to get off that wheel once you get on. Yeah. It really is. And so I'm off the wheel, and I'm very, very happy. And what do you do? What do you have all over here, girlfriend?
Well, the holidays are coming. I want people to stay safe. So Damsel in Defense is all about your personal safety. So as you're out and about during the holidays, have something on you to keep you safe. And this is what I keep on me. And, you know, this has been a real busy item because no less than twice since I've been at gas stations recently that I've actually had to
use it or
hold it. I've had to hold
Show
it. I've had to set off my alarm to alert somebody that I'm in danger. So that's my alarm. My pepper spray that leaves a UV dye on a person for 72 hours. My socket to me. And my stun gun. So it's the holidays. You want to be safe. If you're looking for some stocking stuffers for those that you love, then Damsel in Defense has got some great stocking stuffers. And you know I love to pamper.
Yeah, I know. She loves to protect and pamper.
Pamper and protect. So I've got sole purpose little stocking stuffers there as well too. So some shea butters and different things.
And they smell so
amazing.
Good. Aren't they amazing?
Yes, they are.
They got some samples, and we always give little gift bags to our guests. And Josie has these great stamps. Every so often she'll give me one. I've got one on my dresser, and I open it up, and it makes my skin feel so good because I have dry skin. So these are so.
Well,
if
it's organic. It's natural.
Right.
You know, the skin is the largest organ of your body. So what you put on your skin is going to go into your body. So you want to use something.
You want to know something? It goes in your body in 21 seconds.
That's it.
So be careful what you put on your skin, because if you're putting chemicals on your skin, it goes in 21 seconds and it goes directly into your circulatory system. And then you've got toxins in your system, okay?
And then it's hard to rid them, and it affects everything.
Well, if you eat a lot of ginger, you can get rid of them, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, while you're in the bathroom.
There are, we just like to have fun on the show.
Right.
And we like to laugh, and we like to have a lot of fun, but we're serious about healthy living. We're serious about the products that Josie has. You know, if you're walking downtown by yourself, and God forbid, it's gonna be dark now.
At 5 o'clock.
Yeah, it's gonna be dark before you know it at 4:30. So I'll start dinner like at 4:25 or something, and Zen will probably say, "What are you doing dinner?" So I used to do that with my kids. Start at 4:30, and they say, "Mom, we just got home. Go do something." You know, it's too early to fix dinner. But when you are out and about, and even if you're with your spouse or friends or something, you need protection, because there's a lot of crazy people out there. And you need to keep yourself healthy, and you need to keep yourself vibrant, and we can't always run as fast as these other people that are trying to get us.
I'm not a runner.
I know, I'm not a runner either, because I'm not a runner. I have bad knees, so I need one of those. What is that called?
This is our Sakatumi.
Sakatumi. I need one of those.
Sakatumi. You can break a bone. That's my cut and eye.
Yeah, well, that reminds me of. I really hate to date myself, but laughing when Goldie Hawn would go Sakatumi, Sakatumi.
Yeah, I remember.
And now you guys probably don't, and they're looking at me like, Marilyn, you're crazy. Well, it was a '60s thing. It was before y'all were born.
Oh yeah,
so.
way before me.
Yeah, but Josie and I were around.
We were here.
Yeah. And I remember that, and that was like one of the first comedies that came out on TV. Years ago. So you can Google laughing. It's very funny. Very funny. It was different type of comedy, wasn't it? So,
clean comedy.
Clean comedy. Well, I want to talk to you about a couple other things. I have a colleague. His name is Dove Barron, and he has written this book, Fiercely Loyal. And the reason why I love this book, and I've read it a couple times, is because he talks about not only being loyal to your friends and your family, but being loyal in your job, and having the people that you work for be loyal, and how important that is. He is an international speaker. He's written for Inc. He's written for Entrepreneur. He talks about what creates loyalty. One of the chapters, and it's very insightful book. So if you ever get a chance to get this book, it is one that you really behoove you to have this on your bookshelf. Michael, can you zero in on this book? It's called Fiercely Loyal by Dove Barron. Dove lives up in Vancouver, British Columbia, and he does Facebook Lives on my because we're Facebook friends, and we're LinkedIn and on Twitter and whatnot. But he talks about how high performance companies develop and how to retain your top talent. So you don't have transient people, you don't have that turnover, and how to retain them, and how to keep good people with you. And even if you don't have a company, but it also helps with how to retain your friends,
and your customers.
How to retain your loyal customers, how to retain any people that you want in your circle, in your tribe. So this is a great book called Fiercely Loyal, and you can get it on Amazon, and his name is Dove Barron, and he talks about how to retain your top talent. Okay. So, great book, great guy.
And then you're published.
And then, I got a book.
I'm going to bring my book next week.
Yes.
Week after the holidays.
Right, after the holidays. This is called Yes You Can, Go for Achieving Your Dreams. And the subtitle is Short Stories of How Others Have Done It. Well, my story is in here. I am one of the contributing authors, and I've done it. But I'm still a work in progress. So I'm still doing it. I'm still doing it. You ladies are still doing it.
Right.
Josie's still doing it. Just leave it, Josie.
I'm good.
Okay. But This is a great book to have. There's a lot of other people, a lot of my other colleagues who have written stories in here. Mine is called There Is No Box. Okay, because long time ago, well, several months ago, last winter, a friend of mine came over and I said to her, I finally stepped out of my box, and she looked at me and she says, Marilyn, there is no box. And after that,
it's all in your head.
It's all in your head. So remember, friends, there is no box. Truly, there is no box. If you have a box, you have put yourself in that box. Mm-hmm. Right, Joe?
It's your own limited thinking.
That's right. So don't limit your thinking. Step out of your comfort zone, because the only way, and you need to tell your students this, the only way that you are ever going to succeed if you step out of your comfort zone and get uncomfortable.
That's right.
Exactly true.
You know,
I have to do that.
That's important that you say. I think for me, one thing I live by is the most uncomfortable places is the places that we grow the most.
Exactly.
That's right. That's right. I mean, Josie and I, this is our 30th show. We're always stepping outside our comfort zone, aren't we, Josie?
I don't have a comfort zone anymore.
So what do you call it, Josie, if you don't have a comfort zone?
Free spirit.
Free spirit. Okay. Well, she is definitely a free spirit. There's no
See,
doubt
I've always
about it.
known there was no box. Because when people tried to put me in a box, I always prided myself in being somewhere else that they couldn't figure me out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I finally got an email from YouTube today that said, I've gotten over 100 subscribers. Congratulations. Congratulations. And one of the people that I want to thank is a friend of mine that I met a couple weeks ago in New York City. Her name is Jackie Mansour, and she's not on tonight. She's going to watch me later because she's doing, she has a Young Living meeting because she's in the Young Living, which is our essential oils. And she helped me get over the top. And Jackie, when you see this, I love you, gal. I'll talk to you soon. You're awesome. And she got some of her relatives and everything, and she knew that I had hit 100 before I hit 100. She got back and she says, "You got him, Marilyn. You got him." It's like and because of her, you know. So I'm going for the next 100. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go to Healthy Living with Marilyn Living and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because you're going to get a whole bunch of information. And we'll have now 30 shows on there that people can look at. And Michael does a great job of putting my shows on YouTube. He does a great job of simulcasting my YouTube and my Facebook page. And my husband, Zen Scott, does my audio. And I hope audio's going okay tonight, because we decided to do something different. And he's got a thumbs up, so we're good. So I know, it's great. The other thing is, on Tuesday, November 28th, Michael has given me an opportunity to be on Comcast and have a whole hour to myself.
Oh, that's amazing.
A whole hour to myself. I thought he was going to be on with me. And then he said to me last week, he says, "No, Marilyn, you got the whole hour to yourself." So I will be on Comcast on Tuesday, November 28th at 6 p.m. More to come with that, because I'm developing the guests that are going to be on. So I'm excited about it. I will keep you guys posted and let you know what guests I'm going to have on. And I want to thank Michael so much for giving me that opportunity, because it is awesome. Because the week before on Thanksgiving, we're not having a show.
No, we won't be.
Okay? Because we're going to be celebrating Thanksgiving. And this gal's going to take a train.
I'm going to New York.
She's going to New York to take... And you're taking the train, though, right?
I'm taking the train and the grandchildren.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
I mean, isn't that bold? That's really out of the box, isn't it?
It's advantageous.
That's so brave. That's so brave.
Macy's Parade.
Macy's...
So I haven't been in a while, so...
So you're going to be at the Macy's Parade?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because, I mean, I always took my children, and so the grandchildren have not been, so this will be their first Macy's Parade.
So that's great. That's great. I was out there, but it wasn't on Macy's, on Thanksgiving. But I was down that road a couple weeks ago. Anyhow, what kind of takeaways can you tell people about the program that you have? Now that we're getting back to you all, sometimes I need to take these John's detours. But what takeaways can people take from you tonight?
Well, I feel that what you can take away is that our youth is our future, and it's important to make sure that they are set up for success, because we are going to get old and we need to have the youth to make sure that they're there to help take care of us. So we have to set them up on the right path, choose to assess them, choose to correct feels for them, so they will be successful, and we can have a relaxed life as old people. So yes, that's my takeaway. Make sure that we put some values in our kids, take them on a path, show them what they need, pointing them in a direction and not really walking them through is not really working. They need some coaching, some guidance, some steps, some structure, and that's what I want them to take away from this tonight is let's hold our youth hand to their careers.
Exactly. And love your children.
Please.
You had children in this world. Take them and nurture them and love them and give them the time, because they're going to be the ones that are going to be taking care of you when you get old. Right, Joes? Yeah.
I'm not getting old.
I know you're not getting old. I'm not getting old either, but the numbers keep going up. The numbers keep climbing. There's nothing I can do about that. You know, there's one thing you cannot stop is time.
That's right.
You cannot stop time. You can stop everything else. You know, you can stop your watch, but you can't stop time. You can stop your car. You can stop doing something. You can stop seeing people, but you can never, ever stop time.
Just live in the now.
That's right.
And then you don't have to worry about time. Just live in the now.
Marilyn, I just wanted to share that I think that our youth need us.
Yeah, they do.
They need us. And
they need
just
our
like
guidance.
Someone invested in us, whether it was at a age that we were younger in school or us in college or even in a career, someone invested in us. And I would implore any adult just to help one child, that one child that may need that guidance, just to pull them along and to be able to give them some tools to help them to finish high school. Because now everything, I mean, math is not the same as when 20 years ago. Everything is computerized, and maybe we may not have all the tools at home, but find an opportunity like our organization to help you to get to that next stage. Help us to invest in your youth. Just bring them, and we can do the rest for the parents.
You know, when my son was a senior in high school, he wasn't living with us at the time because he had moved away. And he had been having some difficulties with the family, so he walked out. And the last day of school, he wasn't going to go to school. And I went up to his apartment where he was living, and I said, you are going to school, because if you don't go to school today, you don't graduate. That's the deal. And that's what his counselor said. She said, no, if he doesn't come to school, he won't graduate. I pulled him out of bed, and I got him into school, and I said, I will pick you up so you can go to work after you get out of school. And when he got back into the car, when I picked him up, he said, thank goodness I don't have to do this again. Thanks, Mom, for making me finish my last day.
Yes.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to do that. And now he has his master's degree, and he's got a great job out in L.A. But if I hadn't done that, what would have happened?
And we've got to give them that exposure. I mean,
right.
Give them those opportunities. I mean, I pride the years that we did the college tours. I mean, my son went to boarding school, so he was gone from the time he was 13 until he's never come back home. He lives in New York and works for the New York Times. But, you know, that education is the future, you know, and so it's giving them the foundation. No one can take away the education. They can take away your job, but if you got an education, you have the ability to do something different.
Right.
So, you know, have that foundation that can take you wherever you decide to go. Because you can always shift careers, you can always find a new career path, but going back to get the education is so much harder as you get older.
It is harder.
So while they're there and it's free,
yes,
do it.
Education is free in middle and high school. Go.
I will say we have had a success story that I do want to share. The nursing workshop, which was free. A young lady could not get into the nursing program in the school system. Well, the nursing program, she's 18. She's graduating this year. She can sign up for the nursing program as soon as she graduates from high school. So it was a success story for Path to Opportunity.
Isn't that great?
Because they set her up with the career.
How can they get in touch with you?
You can reach me on my webpage. You can reach me on at pathtoopportunity.org. Yes, or you can reach me at Lori Anderson at pathtoopportunity.org, or info@pathstoopportunity.org.
Is that L-O-R-I?
That's Laurie.
Okay.
ANDERSON at paths2opportunity.org.
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today at Healthy Living with Marilyn. Cheers, everybody. Just remember, you are important. We love you all. And change your life
is a
today.
terrible thing to waste.
That's right. And keep that mindset. Keep that mindset. Okay, and Zen's going, we got to wrap it up. We got to wrap it up. So we will see you soon. We'll see you next week. We've got a great show for next week. And have a great evening. Love you all. Bye-bye.